This is the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion for Wednesday, the 20th of November. I'm Michael Groff. Warmer temperatures today, and that warming trend will continue for the rest of the week and heading into the weekend. Daytime highs just a little bit above average. Then we'll see an increase in moisture late this weekend and early next week, and we may even see some isolated showers across parts of the state. The question is, will we see anything here in the valley? It's been just about 3 months since we've had measurable rain. So it'd be great to see some as those drought conditions continue to worsen here over the southwest. Plus, we'll get you that all-important Thanksgiving forecast as well as we dive on in and discuss. Okay, first, here's that almanac from yesterday. 71 degrees the afternoon high, 48 the morning low, 75 and 52 are the averages for this time of year. As we look outside right now here at 9:40 a.m., we've got clear sky, and we're sitting at 59 degrees at Sky Harbor. It continues to be absolutely as dry as a bone out there. Dew points at 19, humidity 21%, a calm wind, and the barometer up there at 30.23 inches and rising. All right, checking out temperatures right now across the area. We are mostly in the 50s, a few upper 40s on the board. And we'll continue to see temperatures climbing up into the middle 70s, maybe even upper 70s in some spots this afternoon. Satellite picture shows an incredibly vigorous upper low that's off the Pacific Northwest coast. That has brought very strong winds, heavy rain, heavy snow to the Pacific Northwest. One of those bomb cyclones that we always talk about. And that system is going to continue to sit out there and bring some very heavy rain. And that'll extend as far south as parts of Central and Northern California, the Sierra, the Great Basin will even see some action from this. But guess what? Not so much around here. Although, as that system moves inland and kind of flattens out this ridge that's building, some moisture may come in, and we'll talk about all of that in just a few moments here. The watch warning map will get some blizzard warnings across parts of northern North Dakota, as well as over the Pacific Northwest with our strong system there. Winter storm warnings, winter weather advisories, avalanche warnings up in the Pacific Northwest. Obviously, high wind, a concern. Those gale warnings, those high wind warnings, those wind advisories, and all of that. Plus some winter weather advisories and winter storm warnings for parts of the northern plain states. So yeah, winter. It's starting to feel that way here as we move deeper into November. All right, the convective outlook for today. No organized areas of severe weather anticipated across the United States. Precipitation outlook. This is valid through Wednesday morning of next week. Rain amounts in Phoenix, probably nothing. Statewide, some light totals possible over the northwestern part of the state and maybe parts of northern Arizona. And we'll get into the details of this. We may even see a light shower or two in our part of the state. We'll talk about why that is right now as we get to the models, take a look at things. This is the GFS, the Global Forecast System is what that is. It is the American model. This is the 06Z run, and this particular graphic is valid at 2 o'clock this afternoon. What you're looking at here is the upper look, the 500 millibar analysis. That's where the pressure is 500 millibars in the atmosphere. That's at about 18,000 feet off the ground. All right, so we've got a trough in the east. And we've got a very vigorous upper low and trough off the Pacific Northwest coast. That's just a mighty strong system. And, of course, we've got a ridge building in between those features here over the southwest. And obviously a very strong ridge up across Alaska and the Polar Express up there. We've had some extremely cold air across Alaska and the Bering Sea. I mean, temperatures, we've seen 10, 20, 30 below for parts of Alaska. Awfully early in the season for that kind of cold, and that may eventually come south. We'll have to watch. Meanwhile, for us, down at the surface for the rest of the day, today, sunny sky and a warming trend with ridging building in. Highs this afternoon, I'd say 74 to 78. And the average high for today, 74 degrees. So we should be just a little bit above where we ought to be for this time of year. And you can see all that rain and snow up across from Central California up into the Pacific Northwest. For tonight, clear sky. Overnight lows will dip to around 40 in the cool spots, near 50 in the urban core. And then tomorrow, more of the same. Rain and snow up to the Pacific Northwest. Parts of the Great Basin, we are dry, sunny, highs, upper 70s and low 80s. Same thing Friday, upper 70s, low 80s. Sunny sky, dry air. Now let's go to the weekend. This system eventually begins to move inland over the Pacific Northwest. I mean, eventually, it's going to start to make headway. flattening out this ridge a bit. The flow will start to turn more zonal. We'll see high temperatures still around 80 on Saturday, but with an increase in clouds. Sunday, partly cloudy. And you can see a slug of moisture coming in across California. And again, we will see some mid and high level clouds coming in here. And high temperatures should fall back to the mid and upper 70s. Now, by Sunday night, with this westerly flow, a little bit of moisture is going to make its way into Arizona. Now, I think that most of the precipitation, whatever little there will be across the state, will probably stay across central and northern Arizona. But some of our guidance seems to indicate there could be enough moisture making its way down to the surface that we could see a light shower or two here across south central Arizona, including Phoenix. So in a nod to that, Sunday night through Monday night, we've put a small chance, a 10% chance of showers into the forecast here. But I would suspect if we see anything at all, it'd be barely anything. Probably most of you don't get anything. We'll watch for it, okay? We'll keep an eye on these model trends. High temperatures on Sunday, again, we'll be trending down. Monday, we'll see highs probably still in the mid-70s, I'd say. Again, with partly sunny sky and just an isolated shower someplace. And as we continue, this is Tuesday. Again, we've got some precipitation off to the north and west of us. The flow here is zonal, so we will have clouds around. I'd say a mix of sun and clouds here. A passing shower maybe for northern Arizona, a sprinkle someplace, but for the most part, we're dry. And high temperatures, again, mid-70s. Maybe low to mid-70s. Here's a week from today. This is Wednesday, the 27th. Okay, we've got a trough for the east. We've got another trough off of the west coast. We've got kind of a flat ridge here over the southwest, a westerly flow. And of course, since it is Wednesday, the 27th, it's the day before Thanksgiving. It's the busiest travel day of the year. And so we could see some rain and snow across parts of central and northern California, the Great Basin up toward parts of Utah, north of Arizona mainly. And maybe a little bit of rain and snow for parts of the Plain States and the Northeast. But generally speaking, travel across the U.S. on next Wednesday should be mostly okay. Of course, we'll have to watch and see how things could change. Let's keep going here. This is Thursday. It's Thanksgiving Day, November the 28th. Troughing to the north and west of us. Getting kind of a westerly flow around here, flat ridging. That looks dry. Relatively mild, going out 10 days. This is Friday the 29th. Troughing passing to the north of us. And again, we're on the southern periphery of this, but if this works out, yes, we could theoretically be seeing a few showers across northern Arizona. We'll have to keep an eye on what happens there. But at this point, I think we're going to probably stay mostly dry here across southern Arizona for most of next week. Again, a few showers possible in the northern part of the state, but some of our guidance wants to trend a little wetter, so we'll see. But kind of in this setup, this zonal flow pattern, it's mostly just going to be clouds and temperatures relatively close to average. All right, going out to precipitation here. Rainfall for Phoenix. This is off of the GFS ensemble. This goes out through the 4th of December. And again, you've got the control member. Obviously, it's way up there over a half an inch. The ensemble mean still under 1/4 of an inch, but some members are trending a little wetter here. European ensemble, the control member's up around an inch. Goodness. And the ensemble mean is just under 1/4 of an inch. So again, we have a little bit of a split. The majority of models still say we're going to be dry, but there is an increasing number that do try to bring in at least some degree of unsettled weather way out there toward the end of next week and beyond. And again, that is trending toward what climatology, which is what happens with these ensemble members the further out you go, but maybe that's possible. One thing, we don't see any major warm-ups. We don't see any heat waves or any of those kind of surprises anytime soon. In fact, if we look at temperatures off the national blend of models, yes, it's going to be warmer today and warm tomorrow, Friday, even into Saturday, and then temperatures will start to drop. We'll see that downtrend for next week. By Thanksgiving, more or less, we'll be close to seasonal averages. Again, we might be a degree or 3 above average. The Average high here in Phoenix on the 28th of November is 71 degrees. So we're going to be right around that. And then as we go toward December, yes, we're going to see highs again trending down a little further, and maybe that possibility for some light precipitation at some point. All right, that's going to do it for the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion for today. My next video is due back here tomorrow morning. Should you happen to enjoy these videos, then be sure to subscribe, like, share, click that notification bell, leave those comments, questions, and suggestions. If you really like what we do here, then click that thanks icon below the video here on YouTube. Make those monetary contributions to us. Really help to support the channel, or you can donate directly via PayPal, which is actually the preferred method. That's groffshow@gmail.com. That's the PayPal address. It's groffshow@gmail.com for PayPal. The executive producer of the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion is my one and only, the sweetest of all time, the Asian sensation and proprietor of sweetchildaz.com.org and the Facebook page of the same name, Sweet Child Arizona. Talking about my Michelle. Check her out. Check out everything Michelle related, linked up down in the description. And she would appreciate that greatly. Of course, Michelle and Mike related stuff can be found at our streaming station called KMGX, whereupon we play a ton of music and have a lot of fun with that. Again, that's linked up in the description, or you can just go to kmgx.com and listen to that. All right. Thank you guys so much for watching. All of your continued support. It is so greatly appreciated. Please be safe. And you guys have yourselves an absolutely terrific rest of your Wednesday.